So, welcome everyone to Aki Matsuri 2019. We have a spectacular program planned for your enjoyment. There are lots of vendors to visit, demonstrations to observe, and a fantastic art event. And venue in the main administrative building to my right, located across outside of the gated area across from the inner street section. We also have an amazing food court with a huge selection of food provided from different restaurants and food trucks to satisfy your appetite. And for those of age, we do have a sake and beer garden behind me to my left in the seated and gated area. And yes, for those of you wondering, this is the first year our beer garden is located within our main venue. So to get some of our so go get some of our famous Japanese Hokkaido hot dogs, yakisoba, shaved ice, and then drop by the beer garden to pop open a cold brew, sit back, and relax as you watch the main entertainment throughout the entire day. I promise you, it's gonna be worth watching. So before we move on, I'd like to take a quick second to introduce myself, as you'll be seeing a lot of me throughout the day. So my name is Torrez, and I'm actually been born and raised here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm a former board member of the New Mexico Japanese American Citizens League, the NMJCL, the host of today's festival. And I'm the creator of the NMJCL's annual ramen eating contest. I've actually recently left Albuquerque and I moved to the San Francisco Bay Area. Currently, though, I'm a board member of the Berkeley JCL chapter and national candidate to be the representative for JCL in the NCWMP district. I'm also a master's candidate at the UC Berkeley's Graduate School of Journalism. You know, I'd like to take a second to give a warm welcome and warm thank you to NMJCL, Steve Togami, Calvin, Esther, Mike, Nikki, and all the other board members who helped make this possible. I'm so humbled that NMJCL asked me to return to Albuquerque and to be the MC for this event. I'd like to also give a huge shout out to all the volunteers and hands that it takes to make Aki Matsuri run and be successful year after year. I'd like to give a thank you to the 4 teams from Boy Scout Troop number 1974 and their Scoutmaster, Jonathan Matthews, their Assistant Scoutmaster, Francis Sullivan, and their Advancement Chair, Julie Sullivan. The Scouts are making sure that throughout the entire festival, the environment is clean, tidy, and safe, while the staff are kept hydrated and comfy. So let's give a round of applause to the Boy Scout Troop number 1974 and all of the volunteers at NMJCL staff who make today possible. So you know, I've been attending Aki Matsuri for the last 5 years, and just like anyone else who's been coming to Aki Matsuri before knows that this thing continues to get better and better every single year. It's getting so good that one year we might even do it in space. Well, I don't know about space. Could be this next year or a century from now. But what I do know is that Aki Matsuri has been a huge event for Albuquerque for decades, and it will continue to be throughout the future. Just this last year, for example, we moved locations from the Hispanic Cultural Center to here at the Veterans Memorial. We also launched the very successful ramen eating contest. This year, we extended the sake, the beer garden, to the main part of the venue. We've also brought in multiple specialists to the art exhibits to provide their own set of demonstrations for you all. Also, the ramen contest has been doubled in size. Yeah, you heard me right, doubled. Last year there were 40 people, this year we're expecting 80 plus. So what does that mean? That means more than 600 ramen cups are expected to be down at this battle of the ages. So more ramen slurping goodness for everyone as they chug this ramen for the fame and glory of first place. Oh, and for, of course, the amazing prizes too. So we have such a great set of events for all of you today. We have a ginormous list of booths and vendors for all of you guys to visit. I want to quickly run down a few of them to highlight them for you guys. So first off, we have the Santa Fe Gin, who are going to be selling t-shirts from the 2019 Spring Festival and Japanese items and collectibles out here in the main section. We also have our own NMJCL, which will be having a living history booth to talk about the Combining Land of Enchantment, a project that's been going on with NMJCL for multiple years. We have Kanchi-Kan that'll be selling posters, flyers, stickers, and reusable grocery bags. We have the Charrier Made Crochet that'll be selling woodblock paintings, crochet bags, blankets, and ponchos. The Chinese American Citizens Alliance, they'll have posters and brochures on current upcoming events. The Family Church for Family Blessings and Education.
Another NMJCL booth, this one is going to be for membership. The JCL Children's booth for arts and crafts, and then the main JCL arts and crafts for the adults. We also have the FBI Albuquerque division here. They'll be sharing pamphlets of programs in the area, including job recruitment information as well. We have Bushido Designs, screen printed ukiyo-e design t-shirts. Accent Southwest Window and Doors, information about new window doors, security doors, because everyone needs a little bit of security. And then UNM College of Pharmacy, they'll be doing health screenings, blood pressure, and giving immunization information. We have the UNM Medical Reserve Corps, the first aid station, which will be located on my left at the far right of all of the booths over there. And then we have Hope USA, they'll be providing free probiotic drink samples and informational flyers for everyone. We also have the Body and Brain Toga Tai Chi. They'll have an aura machine to take pictures of everyone's energy fields. And then in our exhibition pavilion, which is the main section right up here, we'll be having origami hosted by Bushido Kinkyukai Karate and Taiko Dojo, calligraphy hosted by Machiko Bomberger Sensei, and caricatures by Jin Kimura. You know, with all this information about booths and venues, let's talk about the real good stuff. You know what I mean, the food. So as I mentioned before, we have the Beer and Sake Garden for adults who are 21 and older. That's hosted by the FX Nightclub, the Blue Agave Republic. We have Shaved Ice, hosted by Doc Hind Hawaiian Ice. We have a food truck from Kimo's Hawaiian Barbecue. We also have our own NMJCL food and drink booth with our famous Japanese hot dogs and yakisoba. We have Mogokoro Japanese restaurant to sell Japanese food, confections, doraika, and karage. We have Japanese kitchen with other Japanese food. And then Mogu Mogu, they'll be selling bento boxes and croquettes. So food is great, and I swear I could continue talking about this for hours if you let me. But let's give some spotlight to the spectacular art exhibit that we have prepared for you all. We have some amazing artists and groups from all across the state that came down for this event here at the Artist Pavilion. As I previously said, it's located just over to my right outside the gated area at the administrative building. So at the artist event, we have the Albuquerque Bonsai Club. This is for bonsai enthusiasts of all ages. We also have Charo in Mexico, Urasenke tradition of tea drinking. We have Andrea Impreska, who's doing ice sculpting. We have Jean Kimura, landscaping watercolorist and cartoonist. George Leon, a sumi-e painter. Joel Nakamura, image maker, author, and illustrator. Jill Pratt, another sumi-e painter. Yaoi Tanida and Ikebana, so the art of flower arrangements. And then we have Patrick Trujillo, a pottery teacher and creator. Setsuko Winchester, an American ceramic artist, photographer, and journalist. Sashiko, the Japanese art of mending and decorating clothing. And lastly, we have a very special exhibit, which is the Japanese samurai armor and sword exhibit. And it's a private collection for you guys here at the exhibit. So, did I forget to mention that not only will there be art and artists at this artist pavilion, right? But there will also be demonstrations there too. So starting at noon, 12 p.m. sharp, Japanese Kitchen will kick off everything with a sushi making lesson, and more events to follow that by the hour. Whew. Okay, well that was a lot. Now, can you remember all that? I'm not really sure if I can. But don't worry, a lot of that's inside your program that you were given when you entered the festival. As for the stuff that isn't really inside the program that you received, well, just look around. It's all around you. Take some time, go adventure out, and if you're worried that we might disappear from the main stage, I can promise you, we won't. Well, I mean, unless we're practicing to become ninjas or something. Oh, speaking of ninjas, did you guys hear about the Area 51 Naruto runners? Wait, I guess this isn't the right time to talk about that. We'll talk later. Well, without further ado, let's get Aki Matsuri 2019 started with our first performers. So our first performing artist is a longtime supporter and performer of Aki Matsuri, and that's Bushido Kinkyukai Taiko, whom you saw earlier marching around the grounds to signal the start of our program. So help me welcome Bushido Kinkyukai Taiko, led by Anita Gallego Sensei.